Hey guys, Ben here from If Nutrition, and in today's video we're going to be talking about why you are not losing weight even though you're in a calorie deficit. So before we get into the video, I'd love to know, how do you calculate your calories and macros so that you can work out you're in a calorie deficit? I'd love to know, so let me know in the comments below and let's get into the rest of the video. So firstly, we all should know that to lose weight, we need to make sure we remain in a calorie deficit, which is where we are consuming less calories than our body needs on a daily basis to ensure that the body pulls the remaining energy requirements from our fat stores. So just by saying that, you should be able to work out yourself that in order to lose weight, we need to be in a calorie deficit. So if you are in a calorie deficit, you are going to lose weight. It is as simple as that. If you are not losing weight, you are not in a calorie deficit. And it is amazing how many people truly believe that they are actually in a deficit, where when you actually work it out, you find out there is another reason that is causing them to not be in a calorie deficit, and actually that is the reason that they are not losing weight. Okay, so where are they going wrong? Well, firstly, you can be overestimating your PAL or your energy expenditure. So when you're calculating your calorie needs, a lot of the calorie calculators that are out there, you will set how active you are. Well, it is very well known that people believe they are actually more active than they actually are. So they therefore overestimate the amount of energy that they are burning on a daily basis. Now, if you do that, the calorie calculator is going to give you more calories in that overall calculation because it believes you're burning more. Whereas if you're not, that can be 200 or 300 calories that is getting added in to your calorie allowance that you're not actually burning. So a lot of the times, once you combine this with a couple of things that aren't tracked correctly, a couple of portions that are slightly over, and it can take what you think is a calorie deficit and actually put you into a calorie maintenance, or sometimes even a slight surplus. So even though you believe you're in a calorie deficit, you've actually done your calculations wrong. So firstly, when you calculate your calorie needs, make sure that if your goal is weight loss, if anything, you err on the side of caution and mark 1 down on the estimated energy out. So if you think, I'm kind of lightly active, put down, you're not really that active. The worst that's going to happen is the calculator will take some calories away, and the likelihood is you will probably end up losing weight at a faster rate, which a lot of people probably would like to do anyway. So number 2, where people fall down, is normally, I alluded to it in the first point, but not actually tracking things properly. Especially when people have been doing it a little while, they get a little bit lapsed, they stop measuring, and the difference between 100 grams of pasta versus 120 or 130 grams of pasta doesn't actually look that different. So when you're eyeballing your measurements, it is very easy to get caught up and over time start adding more and more to these portion sizes. So even though you are eating meals that you've already pre-measured, you know the calories that go into those meals, you will find that naturally over time, you're probably just getting a little bit more lenient with your portion sizes. The calories in each of those meals are creeping up. And again, that can cause, over the course of a day, your deficit becomes maintenance again, and then fat loss stalls. But you still believe that you're eating in a calorie deficit when actually you aren't. And the third reason can actually be that yes, you are in a calorie deficit and actually you are losing weight, but actually the way that you are tracking your weight loss is flawed. For example, I always recommend measuring yourself at the same time of day and the same state. So for me, it's always get up in the morning, go for a wee, get on the scales, track yourself every day. If you've got smart scales, just don't really pay attention to the numbers, because what you're looking at is the trend over time. What people do is they weigh themselves, say across 3 weeks, once per week, totally different days, totally different times of the day. So let's say the first time that you step on the scales is like I've said in the example, you've got up in the morning, you've gone for a wee, stood on the scales, you've got your initial weight set in there, and the next time that you do it is at the end of the week. You've been out, you've eaten all day, you've been drinking lots of water, so you're nicely rehydrated. You can't be bothered to take your clothes off, so in all of that, you've got your clothes weight, you're rehydrated, so you've got more water weight, and you've also got all of that undigested food in you. You are going to weigh more, and what can happen is this can mask weight loss. And then people suddenly go, I'm not losing weight, this doesn't work, and then they change it, or they fall out of love with it and just scrap it off because it's not working, when actually it is just the way you are tracking your weight loss is flawed. So make sure, if you are using the scales, step on them the same time of day in the same state every time, so that you can make sure that when you're tracking, it is consistent. So if you believe that you're eating in a calorie deficit and you're still not losing weight, make sure you check out those 3 points, because I'm sure you're going to be falling over on one of them. So I hope you found this video useful. If you have, make sure you smash that like button. If you're new here, consider subscribing and hitting that bell icon to be notified as soon as I release new content just like this. And I will see you in the next video.